Hi, I'm Michelle Safeli for South.
Hi, I'm Missy.
Hi, I'm Damaris.
Hi, I'm Lily.
I'm Diana.
Hi, I'm Kelly.
And we are students at SeaVuria Girls High School.
Students at SeaVuria Girls High School.
We are students from SeaVuria Girls High School.
Malaria is a systematic, acute, and severe parasitic disease. Mosquitoes are vectors of malaria, yet do not suffer from these parasites. The constant cycle of infection, as shown above, shows a cycle with seemingly no end, as mosquitoes are unaffected and people are permanently infected.
The malaria parasite's life cycle is very complex, involving many stages. As the mosquito feeds, malaria sporozoites enter into the human bloodstream. They quickly make their way to the liver and infect liver cells with the help of the circumsporozoite protein. The parasite develops into mature schizons, creating tens of thousands of merozoites, which burst out of the cell and journey back toward the bloodstream. They then infect healthy red blood cells, reproducing and eventually rupturing the cell, liberating more merozoites, which in turn go on to infect other cells, leading to the massive destruction of red blood cells. A few of the infected cells develop into gametocytes, which can remain in the bloodstream for several days and may be ingested by another mosquito during a subsequent feeding. Inside the mosquito, the gametocytes develop into new sporozoites. So now the human has infected the mosquito. The life cycle comes full circle and continues.
Malaria is a large-scale problem without a broad, effective treatment. Every day, thousands of people are at risk and die of malaria. More than 1 million people die from malaria each year. More than 2/3 of them are children under the age of 5. Malaria is typically found in tropic climates where temperature, humidity, and rainfall are at high levels. Typically, malaria thrives in areas around the equator. Malaria is most commonly found throughout Africa and sub-Saharan Africa. This is why we chose to focus our research in Kenya with the Kenyan students. Through the Kenyan students, we've learned their personal stories with malaria and how it has affected their community, their school, and even at home. This has driven us to find out more research about malaria and give them this vital information so that they may share it with their community. One way that we were able to gain information was visit the Center for Infectious Disease in downtown Seattle. There, we learned a lot about new vaccines that are being made for malaria. We were able to get a tour of the labs where every day researchers are hard at work for finding a cure and vaccine for malaria.
Special training in order to enter these labs. You feel a sheet of air? That's because the laboratories are under negative air pressure, so that if there is a spill, the air doesn't go out. All the air is coming in. This is the biosafety level 2. Biosafety level 2 organisms are organisms that can cause disease in humans, but for which there is either a vaccine or a cure. So we can either prevent these diseases by vaccination, or we can cure the disease if you get contaminated with a medicine. The work that we do out here in the main laboratories is work related to either DNA, RNA, or working with bacterial pathogens that are biosafety level 1. Biosafety level 1 organisms are organisms that will not cause disease in humans, such as E. coli. And we use E. coli to grow genes, to make proteins, and so all of that work is done in this biosafety level 2 lab. We have to consider every tissue, organ, fluids such as blood that come from other humans as potentially infectious with diseases that cannot be cured. And therefore, for those, whenever we have to work with blood or human tissue, we work in these special tissue culture rooms.
The Center for Infectious Disease is working on a vaccine called SBR1 that deletes genes that allow parasites to go from the liver to the blood. This vaccine is currently going through clinical trials in hopes that one day it will be on the market to help finally create a solution to the massive issue that is malaria.